So many critical items were set for automation in the last episode, I almost lost count. But it's past time to arrange for the import of an outstanding rare resource. Not outstanding like awesome outstanding, but outstanding as in we haven't started... You know what I mean. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Dyson Sphere Program in our Alpha Andromedae series. So, we are... Actually, you know what? No, it's not on this planet. We do have fire ice on this planet, oddly enough, but we don't need to start importing it just yet. It's probably fine. We did, last episode, finally finish the solar belt on this planet, and we confirmed, also, very importantly, that the transfer speed that we've been seeing with the unipolar magnets is not due to any issue with the production speed on this planet. More to do with the carrying capacity of the ships and the distance over which it is being transported. So we need to get the carrying capacity of these ships upgraded as soon as possible. With that in mind, let's go ahead and include that in our list of technologies that we're looking forward to. Also, extra research speed, probably not the worst thing. We have a massive backlog of almost every research cube with the exception of gravity matrices. This is a gravity matrix, right? Yes. Gravity matrix. This is the information matrix, and we have tons of them. Tons. Veritable tons. So, we're going to get some additional transport capacity, and we're going to make sure research goes a little bit faster. Research has been going a lot faster, and so, by the way, will we before too much longer. Oh crap, I didn't fully recharge my warp core. So, this could be interesting. We'll see how close we make it to Alpha Andromedae. We're currently 4.42 light years away, 3.79. There you go. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and speed up as much as I possibly can. The rate at which I can accelerate is actually dropping because it takes more energy to accelerate to higher speeds. So, it actually seems like it's pretty constant. Now that I'm looking at it, though. I know that when you have battery to spare, it will consume battery faster the longer you hold down the button to accelerate. I'm doing this on purpose, by the way. I would like an experiment. It's partially an experiment because I'm curious, but it's also because I really would like to demonstrate the scale of Dyson Sphere Program for those of you who maybe don't have the game or are just following along recreationally. Or both. Probably both. Once I reach 2,000, I want to see how long it's going to take to travel to Alpha Andromeda. All right, there we go. Maximum speed. 1 hour, 15 minutes, 15 seconds. What about the black hole that we just came from, you might ask? Now, we're currently moving away from it, but if we were to, say, do this... 3 hours, 12 minutes, 17 seconds. I know, right? Okay, I just wore down my battery doing all this steering. Worth it, though. All right, so now let's sit for a moment and let the battery recharge. This is something that once we have higher quality fuel types, which the next level of fuel rod is the Deuteron, or not the Deuteron, this is the Deuteron fuel rod, obviously. But the next level of fuel rod is the antimatter fuel rod, which we will be able to queue up very soon. We can actually queue it up right now, to be completely honest. But we will be getting to that, I would imagine, within... I wouldn't be surprised to see it within 5 episodes, personally. Mainly because I make it a priority as soon as it's, like, within reach, and it's certainly within reach now. Okay. So I'm probably good to warp, but remember, we take a big chunk out of our battery whenever we hit warp, so... If I recharge for... I'm going to let it recharge to 700 megajoules. And then that should guarantee that we have enough energy to get all the way back, I would imagine. Because we're not far. And in about 900 research cubes, give or take, of the first 4 types, anyway. Actually, no, it's not the first 4. It's the first 3 and then the most recent type. Purple is not on the list of cubes required for this, which is one of the reasons we have such a nice backlog of purple cubes. All right. Let's go ahead and warp. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to make it back. Not a problem. So, I need to verify where we are getting some of our additional resources. Actually, let me go ahead and veer this direction to Kipha Borealis. Probably means we'll run out of warp energy again. Yep, there we go. 1.33 light years rather. But we can, while we're traveling, let's take a look at what we have here. Kipha Borealis 1 is an ice-field Jellicol planet with optical grading crystal and fire ice. Kipha Borealis 3 also has optical grading crystal. Kipha Borealis 2 has hydrogen and fire ice. Okay, Kipha Borealis, you are not the winner. Leonis Minoris. We have our water world there. Just crude oil. There's the lava planet, and then this barren desert planet, which has no special resources on it to speak of. So Leonis Minoris, the only reason that system even matters to us, honestly, is that it has the water world. Fire ice. Ooh, fractal silicon. There it is. Zeta RA4. Perfect. So we already have, obviously, a lot going on in Zeta RA. I just need to go ahead and arrange for a quick warp back there. Let's go. And we may even have enough energy to drop out of warp in orbit of Zeta RA4, but if we don't, we're still moving at very high speed, so we should be able to close the distance relatively quickly. Just kidding, we're 22 AUs out. This is why we need antimatter fuel rods. And they're coming sooner than later. I should have checked before I warped to Kipha Borealis. We could have saved a few jumps, but it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything will be fine. What do you mean we don't have enough energy? Oh, got it. I've got the actual warpers, but I don't have enough energy to begin the warp. Now do I? Yes, I do. Alright, so this should close most of the rest of the gap, if not all of it. Come on, get me under 10. Thank you. That's good enough. Alright, Zeta RA4. What's the ETA? Couple of minutes. We can probably shave that down in a second. So it's good that we already have some stuff coming from Zeta RA. Well, honestly, it doesn't really have any bearing. There's no, like, central system logistics system. It treats every planet as its own kind of source of you know, import or export, whatever it might be. So the fact that I'm bringing in additional stuff from Zeta RA, it really has no bearing. It's just we're adding to the stuff that's coming from this general direction and at this general distance. Alright, now we can close the distance quite quickly. Boom. Nice. So this is an ice field Jellicol, right? Yep. We have arrived. Let's see what we have. Looks like a wind energy planet. So you know what that means. We're going to be building plenty of these. I think I'll probably do 2 rows just to be thorough. And I am on the equator. Yes. Yes. Just want to make sure I wasn't losing my mind. Oh, nope. Blueprint, please. Alright, so if I do this... Perfect. Gonna have to do some shift-enter, not a problem. So we do have some smaller oceans here. It's probably just water. Oh, no need to shift-enter there. We're gonna make our way around as quickly as we can. And we may not need anything more than just this wind power, but we'll find out one way or the other. Oh, I misplaced that one. Misplaced it. Now I gotta delete them all. Not all of them, just the ones in that row. That would be bad. So I believe this is the last of the rare resources that I'm not already importing. So that's quite good. Right now just generating 9 megawatts, just climbed above 10. And if I just circle the planet here as I walk the equator, this should be enough to power 1 export station. Should be good to go. It truly is amazing what the logistics bots have done for the game in terms of just keeping me stocked with the things that I need. No longer needing to micromanage supplies for establishing new outposts. It's all there. The only thing they need to fix is building from the logistics slots. It's a little bit absurd that you can't do that. Okay, this does need to be connected. Done. Yeah, I think we'll be good. It might not be... I don't know. All right, we still have a number of them to build here. Nice sunrise there. Distant sunrise, too. Zeta RA is a ways away. This is the farthest planet out. And that is it. So, that's not great. Probably need to go ahead and add some solar panels as well. It won't be super helpful, but it's not nothing. So I wish I'd done this on the first pass, but I was kind of hoping that the wind would be enough. I don't want to be in a situation where leaving with a number of ships at once is presenting a challenge. Thankfully, these will build quickly as well, and then we can get our fractal silicon exporting. I didn't actually look at the quantity of fractal silicon that's on this planet, but it's okay. And there we go. Let's just continue walking in this direction. I will go ahead and float a little. Now that my construction ships are a little faster, they might be able to keep up. I mean, I'm not going to just fly in a straight circle. I have to stop every few moments. But it is a little faster if I do this. And also, let's be honest, it's just satisfying to watch. They did such an amazing job with the different types of clouds. I can't wait to visit the other planet types in the game as well to see what the clouds look like on different worlds. Because we've already seen that the clouds on the volcanic planets, for example, are kind of ashy, and they're, well, ashen would be the better way to put it. They're ash-like, they're billowing clouds of smoke as opposed to, you know, water vapor clouds. So this should be more than enough power, I'd imagine. All right, I'm starting to see the other side of the ring on the very top of the screen, so we are almost done. And there it is. So this will leave us with closer to... Okay, yeah, it's 55.3, because obviously all of the panels on the lit side of the planet were already there. So that's enough, I suppose. Let's go ahead and get these in place. Now, where? Oh, there's the fractal silicon vein right there. So that makes it kind of easy. I am going to put this up on the pole. There's a silicon vein right near the pole as well, so I can use this as an export for silicon to buffer the planet's already existing, or rather the entire cluster's existing silicon export. All right, and this should connect it. There we go, and of course, for a moment, it's going to be not quite enough power. I could import some stuff to help with that, or I could add additional wind power if I really wanted to. But for now, I'm just going to say that I want... Well, here's the question. Do I refine the fractal silicon here? I'm kind of tempted to be honest. And that would definitely mean... Yeah, we have to. We have to. There's no alternative, so let's go ahead and say 400. Let's say remote demand. And they are immediately being brought. Fantastic. All right, so we'll put some transports on there. And I do want to say, let's say crystal silicon and also just silicon ore will be set up for supply. So if I'm going to do this, once more unto the breach, or once more around the equator, as the saying somewhat goes. Let's go ahead. Well, which power source is actually better? Yeah, it's definitely wind. The solar did next to nothing. I kind of regret adding the solar ring. I should have just done all wind. Nope, let's use the blueprint. I might not have enough to go all the way around. But we will try. And to whatever extent I don't have enough, I will go and get more. Again, the good news is, with wind power, I've said this enough in recent episodes, but compared to solar, we don't need to wait for the sun to be on the right side of the planet in order for wind power to be useful. Wind power is always useful, no matter what's happening. So this will help ensure that exports from this planet and the resource production arrangements that I'm about to make stay in place. So let's see what happens here. Now, we're already back below capacity, thankfully. Since these buildings are a little bit farther away from the equator, it's a little bit tougher for the bots to get back and forth. Nice. Drive engine level 5. So now we're researching ray transmission efficiency, which will help with power on the home world. Won't help with anything in this system, but that's okay. All right, so we've already got these items connected. There's another fractal silicon vein right there. All right, so now we're in really good shape power-wise. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised. We made it all the way around. So, and I think it's because we are able to put these 10 apart as opposed to 5 apart, like the solar panels. This is actually not going too slowly. All considered. That's much better. Okay, we're going to be just at about 100. Just shy of 100. It's good enough for me. Let's go back up. Oh, hello. Wrong direction. Let's go back up here. And where's that fractal silicon vein? It's right there. If I place you, like, here, will you be powered? You will. Fan-frickin-tastic. Okay, so now let's do that, followed by this. Actually, do you one better. You here. Perfect. this should be enough. We can modify the speed of it if we need to. So, now we can just do this. Looks like we had what we needed to build a few more of those, which is handy because we need to do this. Oh, wrong recipe. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do I not have that recipe unlocked yet? Or is it... No. Really? You make it in an assembler. Okay, well, that's not the worst, but still kind of annoying. Wasn't expecting that. You make it in an assembler. I mean, I still have assemblers. I'm fine. We've got this. But I just wasn't expecting that. Alright, perfect. Oh, made the same mistake. Let's delete those. And we'll just have it running out... Well, no. Let's have it running out this way. I completely forgot that you needed an assembler to do it, but now that I've got that sorted, for a second I was just staring at it thinking, how can I not have this recipe? That doesn't make any sense. All right, there we go. Now, there it is. And now the real question is... Alright, good. The mine can certainly spit out enough. Alright, there we go. We are already producing tons of this stuff. So there's that. And another thing that I can go ahead and do, that I want to do... Yeah, I totally have enough energy for it as well. Is I can get this particular silicon deposit completely mined. I can set it up like so. And just have an additional source of silicon. Done. Alright, so that should help alleviate some of the pressure on Alpha Andromedae 4 to produce all of this that we need. I'll take that as a win. Let's go ahead and head back. And I believe, while I warp back, we can verify this. I believe that that really is every rare resource. Yep, we have photon combiners, Casimir crystals, particle containers, carbon nanotubes, graphene. Yeah, that's every rare resource that we can bring in to help with our current technologies. Fan-freaking-tastic. So we can focus on making everything better. I think the next thing that I want to do is go ahead and have more plane smelters. What's up, Alpha Andromedae? I want to have more plane smelters, just automated completely. This game is gorgeous. All right, we've arrived. This will be a good moment to kind of take a look at the health of these production chains. Hydrogen looks strong. Deuterium looks strong. We are really, we're still lacking a solid number of those. I would not have thought. Oh yeah, that's why. For the same reason we've been lacking them. So as soon as we're able to send more... I mean, alternatively, I could get a second export station set up. But I don't think that's the solution. God, look at all the freaking transport bots bringing stuff to and from my inventory. It's fantastic. Okay, we do have 5 orbital collectors, so I also need to install those at some point. And that was in, what, Kipha Borealis? Or was it... I think that was in a new system. Let me see if I can remember. Was it in the Kasora system? Yeah, that was in Kasora. Speaking of that... Oh yeah. Hydrogen-wise, we are starting to fill up again. That's good news. Not a resource at this juncture that I want to be light on, because this particular apparatus, we've barely even begun in this series. I know that sounds strange to say, but we've only done a Dyson Swarm. We haven't done anything Dyson Sphere related, and we are on the cusp of being able to do that, finally. I told you at the beginning, if you haven't purchased this game, which many of you have as a result of watching this, and there are a number of you who were aware of my love for this game before I even brought the channel back online and bought the game as a result of that. I'm looking at you, Athenon. But, and more than just Athenon too. But I told you at the beginning that this would be an adventure. And an adventure it has been. We definitely need to get that. We just need more freaking... We need this to come in faster. Unipolar magnets. I mean, alternatively, there is another option. And there's a type of star that I haven't seen yet. Yep. Oh my... Oh! What? It's so far away, though. The Neutron star has 16 million unipolar magnet, but it's so far away. You know what's not far away, though? Whoa! Look at that hydrogen per second. Wow! V648 Cassiopeia 1. I immediately want to go there. Plus, we haven't been to one of the supermassive stars yet. Alright, so that's definitely a destination that's on my list. What about CE Tauri? What about this one? Ooh, this one's even better. It has a lava planet with a reverse rotation. Oh my god. Look at that hydrogen production rate. I really want to go there. Well, we are waiting for some technology to finish, so why don't we make a trip? Why don't we do a little bit of sightseeing? Not the end of the world. So we can either go to Cassiopeia or we can go to NSV. Yeah, I'm going to go to the one with the highest yield. Where are you? No, I'm not going to try it manually. Where'd you go? There you are. Oh yeah, you're so far away that I can hardly tell. Okay. Are you ready? Let's go visit one of the largest stars in our star cluster, while we wait for some of this important technology to finish. There is more that I can do from an efficiency standpoint, but when I can so clearly tell that the resources coming into the system are slowed by the distance and the amount that each transport can carry. Like, my priority is just on getting that research done. It's actually farther away from Alpha Andromeda than the black hole is. And it's getting close to the neutron star, honestly. It makes me want to go to the neutron star before the episode's over. Why don't we do that? Why don't we use this as a waypoint? I'll land, recharge some battery a little bit, because we're closing in. Look how bright it is. Look how far away we are, and yet how bright it is already. This star is massive. It's a big boy. And there goes the engine. How far away are we? 22 AU. 22 AU. Hang on a second. 22 AU. Alpha Andromeda. Let's look at this. Alpha Andromeda 2 has an orbital radius of 0.06 AU. So think about how our star looks from Alpha Andromeda. That's at 0.06 AU. 0.06. That's 23 astronomical units away. It's mind-blowing. Need to get a little bit closer, though. Alright, so here's the gas giant we're going to go visit. Only slightly intimidating. We're already within the star's corona. Remember, you can only see the surface of stars in this game when you're within their atmosphere. That's how giant this star is. You want to go closer, don't you? We might not be seeing the neutron star this episode. This trip alone is worth it. Let's do this. Look at how much we're speeding up, and yet the star is like barely increasing in size. If you're a sci-fi nut, or a space geek, or just generally a fan of like spaceships, science fiction, oh my god, look at that. It's a similar effect to the effect you get when you're close to a black hole. We're just surrounded by the corona of the star in all directions, even when you look out that direction. The gravity is like bending the light, so that we're just looking out a portal where there's no light. It's a tunnel. If you're any of those things that I just mentioned, or anything adjacent to those things, you'd be hard-pressed not to be enthralled by a game like this. It's really something else. Now, what's really going to be interesting is landing on this planet. There we go. How big does that star look? Oh my god. What's the orbital radius on this thing? 2.704 AU. 2.704. As compared to 0.06. So we're talking about roughly 50 times farther out, if I'm doing the math correctly. Roughly 50 times farther out. And yet, that's how big this star looks. While we're just hanging out on this moon of our neighboring gas giant, which is God knows where. What does it look like when the gas giant occludes that? That's what I want to know. What does an eclipse look like of that? That's what I want to know. Let's just spend some time on this planet and figure that out. Alright, well, we are at the 36-minute mark. Tell you what, let's do what we came here to do. We've got to plant some orbital collectors here on NSV 08871. Hi there. Just going to take a little bit of your hydrogen. Don't mind me. Two. Three. 4. 5. Give me a second. We're going to do one more thing. We're going to do one more thing. We're gonna do one more thing. I haven't seen the new neutron stars yet. I need to know. How far is it? 23.97 light. Still 23.97 light years away. And it's going to take a while for everything to charge back up, too. Now, one thing I could do... Let's see here. Ooh, solar energy ratio on this planet is off the charts. Do I have... Ooh, I don't have any more solar panels, though. Damn. Well, you know what I could still do, though? Honestly? You know what I could do? I could go ahead and set up a single panel row on the side of the planet that's lit. Let's do this. Just as a means to recharge. And then what I do is I put down 4 of these. Just like this. And stand between them. We're doing this. I don't care if we go over 40 minutes. I want to see this neutron star. It just feels worth it to me. I did say we were going to do it. So it's only fair that we charge back up and get this done. That's happening fairly quickly. But we're literally going to see it and end the episode. Okay, we might land on whatever planet is orbiting this neutron star. But I don't know what this looks like. I literally have no clue. Alright, that should honestly be enough energy to get going, but launching is going to take a chunk out of that. Alright, I still have the course set up. Alright, 2.5 gigajoules, let's go. 99-hour ETA at our current speed. Let's go. Moment of truth. All right. Minute 30 in warp just to get to this neutron star, which is countless light years away. We're going to have to do another waypoint jump back to Alpha Andromeda and recharge there just to get back in a reasonable amount of time. The sense of scale and space travel in this, especially when you don't have like faster warp engines, is insane. And mind you, what we're doing right now is with the faster warp speed. Now, the question is, when I get here, I don't have everything I need to actually set up the export properly. So this is literally just a sightseeing visit. Worth it, though. And there goes the warp engine. Are you serious? Whoa. What is this? Why does it look like that? Am I seeing bands of energy? I mean, I'm seeing other stars like fading in and out for sure. 9.48 light years. All right, we're not that far now. We just have to wait for a bit of recharge. God, look how dark it is. Look how utterly and completely dark it is. Hang on, let's go ahead and cut this off. I don't need the display anymore. I totally bit off more than I can chew. I totally did. I should have waited for antimatter. But I want to get to this star. So it's worth the trip. It's worth the effort. Plus it adds some mystery, you know? Like really feeling like you're expending effort and really pushing to get to something on the far reaches of the cluster. And it is on the far reaches of the cluster. It's all the way over here. Alpha Andromeda's here. The black hole's here. We're going here. It's nuts. There's so many other stars we could have visited and already been there. But no, we're going to this one. What is that? There's like a... You probably can't even see it with the YouTube artifacting, but there's like an X in space. Is this part of the effect of approaching the neutron star? What am I seeing right now? Are you seeing this right there? What is happening? Nice. Ray transmission efficiency complete. At least we're getting research done while we're lollygagging. All right, let's go. "20 seconds. We probably don't have that. Yeah, we don't. But we're going to emerge a lot closer. Whoa. What is this? I've never seen this. I haven't gone out to see neutron stars since they changed the effects. That looks more like a pulsar. .14 light years away. Look at that. All right, hang on. Let's go ahead and unpin it. Just so we don't have to deal with that interface being over it. I just want to see the effect without any kind of interface over it. It's 3.14 light years away. I need to wait for a little bit more energy to recharge. Because the next jump, I want to actually jump to the star. So we need to wait. God, the size of this episode is going to be enormous. All right, let's try this. Yep, this should be enough. All right, we're within 1 light year. And there's our possible landing. What? We're 13 AU out from it. Look at that. It looks like a pulsar with the beams of light coming out either side. Or no, maybe this is what a neutron star is. Maybe I'm getting them confused. The neutron star is the one with the beams of light coming out either end, and the pulsar is the one that spins rapidly. But I thought they were... All right, I'm going to have to go back to my astronomy dictionary when we're done with this. All right, we are at the 46-minute mark. I've got to stop this episode here. I have to. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to stop this one. In the next episode, we're going to land on this planet. We're going to be a lot closer to this star, and we'll take a little bit of a closer look at the beginning of the episode and really enjoy being here before we head back on our field trip to Alpha Andromeda. Well, we're on our field trip to this neutron star. We'll return from our field trip, which I will try not to make it take the entire episode. It won't. I'll just have to make sure I'm fully charged up and ready to do some waypointing. Holy crap. Look at this. There are no words. This is an amazing game. This is why I can't ever stop a recording on time, and this is why I can't stop recording this series. It's just been a blast. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at noon, US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.